Let's see. Just trying to... Man. What in the world is going on here? Okay, we're here. Sorry, I was making sure this was working. Okay, so, anyways, happy Wednesday. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how much we're going to get through today. I wanted to talk about Intergalactic a little bit. There's been some controversy around Intergalactic, the Heretic prophet. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll do some trailer reactions, a couple trailers that came out. Warfare is one of them. And what's the other one? Something to do with the Dead Unicorn, some new A24. Looks like a comedy of sorts, but I do want to start with Intergalactic. So if you've been sleeping under a rock here, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, is the new game from Naughty Dog, the creators of Uncharted and The Last of Us. And during the Game Awards, the last trailer of the night was Naughty Dog's new game, the Intergalactic. And since then, they've been in a little bit of a shitstorm. As you can see, just typing in Intergalactic, you can see all of these thumbnails. People are not happy with Naughty Dog and this game. I don't necessarily know why. I think it's because of the character model, from what I gather, or the fact that it's a woman. It's very confusing. I'm trying to figure it all out. But yeah, I think people are mad about the character design. So that's what the main character looks like. That's what everyone's upset about. And yeah, it's very bizarre. It's very interesting. And I wonder if, like, because a lot of the controversy, a lot of the backlash has to do with how this character looks. I don't know, maybe it's because it's a woman. I don't know. But I kind of feel like all of that's kind of surface level. Like, obviously, some people feel that way. Some people don't like this character model. Some people don't want women in games or can't relate to women in games. You know, that's their opinion. I'm sure there's a lot of people like that. But I kind of feel like this runs a little bit deeper in the sense that, like, you know, Naughty Dog was one of the most popular and well-renowned studios for a very long time. Like, the Uncharted quadrilogy was critical darlings. Everyone loves the Uncharted games. And then The Last of Us came out, Game of the Year, 10 out of 10s. The Last of Us swept everybody. And then, if you guys don't remember, before The Last of Us 2 came out, there was a massive leak for Last of Us 2. And someone released a bunch of cutscenes from The Last of Us Part 2. And then what happened was that the kind of, I don't know, the anti-woke YouTubers, they ran with this narrative that Joel was going to be killed, and he was going to be killed by a trans woman. And they ran with that, and and got everyone upset. Joel's going to die. I mean, people are already upset that Joel was going to die, but at the hands of a trans woman, this is, you know, it caused a complete shitstorm. And then the game came out, and it was all a lie. It was not true. And, you know, a lot of those anti-woke channels kind of got away with causing controversy when it wasn't there. And which was kind of annoying. You would think that they would come out and be like, hey, yeah, sorry about that, guys. We were wrong. We shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. We should have got the full context. Joel did not die from, you know, a trans woman. That's our bad. We'll eat that. But they did not do that. Instead, they deflected, and it was very annoying. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that because of The Last of Us Part 2, for many different reasons, people just didn't like it. People didn't like the story, wokeness, whatever. Naughty Dog took a huge hit. And I think it took such a massive hit that no matter what they came out with, it's gonna be dunked on. Like I genuinely, I think more of this backlash has to do with the fact that people don't like Naughty Dog or have been burned by Naughty Dog, than it has to do with this character model. In my opinion, are there people out there that actually care about this character model and the fact that she's a woman? Of course, but I think the deeper level is that I just think that people don't like Naughty Dog. Like if they came out with Intergalactic and this character was a big buff white dude, people would still be dunking on this game because of Naughty Dog, because of the Naughty Dog connection. So it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of annoying a little bit. Like for me personally, I don't care about this shit, to be honest. I'm someone who's just like, I don't care. I don't care that the Little Mermaid's black. I don't care that this character looks like that. I don't care. As long as the game's good, as long as the movie's good, as long as the book is entertaining, as long as the music is pumping in my ears and I'm enjoying it, then I kind of don't care. But that's just me personally. I know a lot of people make their decisions based on shit like this. And hey, more power to you, but for me personally, I love Naughty Dog. I've loved Naughty Dog since Jak and Daxter, and I'm very excited to play this. Terrible title, by the way. Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. That's a terrible title. Awful title. But yeah, it's just weird that this got. I mean, look at this. I just typed in Intergalactic. I didn't type in woke. I didn't type in anything. Just Intergalactic, and like just look at all these thumbnails. Like my God. It's just wild. The whole anti-woke, I guess, grifters, if you want to call them that. I guess I would call them that. All of these guys, these channels, I feel like they're in a pickle, and I find that pickle to be fascinating and interesting, which is that if you ask any of these, like, anti-woke channels, like, what is the point of your channel? Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to say? Like, what are you trying to accomplish with making, 10 videos about Rings of Power? What are you trying to do with, posting 15 videos about the Acolyte or She-Hulk or Barbie? Like, what are you trying to do? What is the ultimate goal of your channel? And 99.9% of these guys will say, oh, we're tired of, what's going on in the industry. We're tired of identity politics. We're tired of, girl bosses. We're tired of, diversity. We're tired of wokeness, and we're trying to dismantle wokeness. We want it to go away. And like, I sit there and I listen to these guys say that, and I'm like, really? Do you really want that? Like, is that what you're trying to do? Like, because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you guys have built a whole channel around wokeness. Like, have any of you thought to yourself, you think that you think you're fighting this battle, but like, what are you gonna do if you win? Like, if wokeness goes away, if the thing you're trying to fight against goes away, what are you going to do? Like, you don't have a channel anymore. Your channel is nothing but wokeness. But if wokeness goes away and you guys win this battle, what are you gonna do? You don't have a channel anymore. You're not gonna make the same amount of revenue. Like, are these guys gonna like transition into like trailer breakdowns? Like, are people gonna show up to like nerdrotic to like to watch him break down a trailer? Like, I don't know. Like, especially going from, like, if you go to like one of these grifter channels, all their thumbnails are woke, trash, failure, blah blah blah. To go from that to like trailer breakdown, the 5 things you missed in Superman. It's like, it's so weird that the thing they're trying to fight against is the thing that makes them a shit ton of money. Like, if I was an anti-woke grifter, I mean, I'm not, but if I was, I would be begging at the feet of Disney, like, please, for the love of God, like, keep wokeness going. Please. Warner Brothers, please. Disney, on the next Star Wars, please, for the love of God, please let the protagonist be, a transgender woman with one breast and one leg in a wheelchair who's blind. Please give me that Star Wars so I can make a fuck ton of money covering it. Like, it's just so weird. You know what I mean? It's just so weird. I don't know. I feel like a lot of them would say, like, well, it's not about the money. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's totally, like, because I've heard them say that's not about the money, it's about the cause. But if you take any of these guys, fuck, who do we, I don't know. I guess I said Nerdrotic earlier. I'll go to Nerdrotic. Nerdrotic is toxic. Not about the money. Let's scroll through his videos here. Let's see. What do I... Okay, here we go. It's right out the gate. I can see. Rings of Power. There's one video. 2 videos. 3 videos. 4 videos. 5 videos. 6 videos. 7 videos. 8 videos. Do we end at 8? We ended at 8. I'm sure if I dug a little deeper, I'd find some more. But like 8, you're telling me it's not about the money? And you just made 8 videos on Rings of Power? Of course it's about, anyone with half a fucking brain cell knows it's about the money, which is fine. You don't have to like hide, it's not about the money. Yeah, it is. Dude, YouTube even tells you, like as a YouTuber, YouTube even says themselves, if you make a video and it does really well, rinse and repeat. Keep doing it so that you can get all the views and all the money. Like, this idea that they're on some cause and not about the money is, like, hilarious. And look at the Acolyte. Let's look at the Acolyte here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's another Rings of Power. 5, 6, 7. We ended at 7? See, I don't know. If it wasn't about the money, you'd make one video that's like, hey, Rings of Power is trash, it sucks, it's woke, and see you later, I'll see you in the next one. But 7 videos makes it pretty clear that, of course, it's about the money. I don't know. That one had where did that go? 1.4 million, and you want to get rid of wokeness? Bro, this video just made you a fuck ton of money, and you want it to go away? That's so, it's so fascinating to me. Barely any of these have positive thumbnails. I know, right? Which is like, again, I'm not trying to make any enemies here. I just find the whole like anti-woke grifter thing so fascinating because they're trying to get rid of the thing that makes them a lot of money. And it's like, if I were one of these guys, I would be singing a different tune. I would be like, please, keep this thing going for the love of God so I can keep making as much money as humanly possible. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's a very interesting conundrum they put themselves in. Yeah, this is or like even, I bet you, he doesn't cover a lot of games, so I didn't see the Intergalactic on here, but what's another one? I think Geeks and Gamers is one. Videos. A month ago? That's not right. That's not right. They haven't posted in a month? What's going on, guys? Aha! There's one right there. What is the... Oh, they have a second channel. Golly! I mean, okay, so Intergalactic came out last week. Yeah, Game Wars were last week. Let's see. There's one video there. Is that the only one? Oh, 2. 3. Can we get a 4? Oh, 8 days ago. Okay. Yeah, so this guy made 3 videos of a 4-minute trailer that came out a week ago. So like, yeah, I don't buy the it's not about money, it's about the cause. I don't buy that, because of course it is. And again, it's not necessarily bad. It's just like, don't sit there and pretend like you don't do this type of content for money, because of course you do. That's why we're all here. I mean, obviously you need to have a passion about what you're doing, but do these guys really believe what they say? I don't fucking know. Probably not. I'm sure some of them believe, some of them don't. But it's just It's wild. These anti-woke channels. Because they, I don't know, yeah, I just find it funny. I just find it funny every time they're just like, yeah, we're trying to expose everything. We want it to go away. It's like, no, you don't. At least I wouldn't. I want to ride this fucking train until I die. You know, wokeness is paying for a house. Wokeness is paying for the cars. You know, it's getting millions of views, and you want it to go away? That's wild. But yeah. Anyways, I kind of got off on a tangent there. We were talking about Intergalactic. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not raged about it. To me, I don't care. As long as the game is good, I could give a shit what this character looks like. I want to watch. Hold on, let's watch one of these. PlayStation mocked over girl boss. We don't even know if it's a girl boss. We haven't even played the game. Let's go back.
Well, the Game Awards happened yesterday and seemed more like a giant video game advertisement than a actual award show. There were literally at parts 5 or 6 seconds apiece devoted to an award.
Yeah. Get to the fucking Intergalactic. Come on. Go waste my time, Yellow Flash. Here we go.
To come out, in my opinion, yesterday was this Naughty Dog game, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. A game about basically humans, I guess, get advanced space travel technology in 1986. So the world kind of looks like Alien's world because they have. So if you've ever seen Alien, you know, look, you have the old.
Yeah, everything's analog. That's kind of the aesthetic. I think they even said that they were going for an Akira Cowboy Bebop kind of feel. So yeah, I actually think that aesthetic is kind of cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with borrowing from Alien, as far as like how analog everything looks.
Keyboard here, the CRTV, like she even has the haircut.
Actually, that was kind of dope how like the lead character is going through different parts of the ship, and this woman on screen, this eye patch, this pirate lady, like continues on different screens every time she changes the room. I thought that was kind of a cool touch.
From the chick in Alien Romulus, which I'm sure, you know, is a coincidence. But people, first off, I laughed the moment that this spaceship rolls in because it says Porsche on it. So it's like, all right, here we go. Product placement. Sony's got a lot of product placement in it. Like there's
But I mean, again, they're going for the Akira. Didn't the Akira bike have a... Doesn't it have... Akira motorcycle. Doesn't it have like a Canon thing on it? Like the camera? I can't see. I could have swore it had like stickers on it that had those like product placement. I could be wrong though. I could be talking out of my ass, but I could have swore that it had. Let me see if I can get a better look. Yeah. So they're going for that. That's fine. Whatever. That didn't really bother me, but fair enough. This guy, it bothers him. Fair enough.
A scene where she was listening to Sony CDs. They literally do the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, like right here. She goes to her CDs and puts them in. Like, this is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I agree. When the music started to play and the disc, I immediately thought about Guardians of the Galaxy. I agree with that.
What's really got the internet talking, though, is once again, we have the badass head-shaven woman. I mean, this is peak.
Again, I feel like we're reaching still. We don't know that she's a badass. We haven't even played the game. We've seen her walk through a couple rooms of a spaceship. I mean, I guess she does fucking jump on a guy at the end with a laser sword, but what's wrong with the badass? I don't know. It's so frustrating.
2020 gaming right here. Almost, it's getting to the point where I wonder if Neil Druckmann has, like, a thing for these kinds of women because of, like, Abby. But this just this screams family from Vin Diesel, Fast and the Furious.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll give you that. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good joke. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just have to agree to disagree on all this stuff. Again, I don't really care. I understand that people care about this stuff. But for me, I could care less as long as the game is fun and I'm enjoying it and the story's captivating and I'm sucked into it. I could really give a shit what this character looks like, but that's just me.
So they dropped this trailer. It gets ratioed immediately. It's still ratioed right now, 35,000 to 27,000 upvotes. And they turned the comments off when they dropped this trailer. Comments turned off immediately. And what's funny is Sony drops the trailer and ratioed, but they left the comments on, which I was kind of...
The comment thing, I do not agree with. I feel like they probably should have just let the comments on, saved them trouble of, videos like this, calling them out on it. So, yeah, I think that was a stupid move. However, like I was saying earlier, there was a lot of bullshit hatred thrown at Naughty Dog for The Last of Us Part 2. And my opinion is that they just wanted to avoid all of those people. Whether you agree with that or not, I think that was what the purpose was. What it was just like, okay, well, you all saw the comments on The Last of Us Part 2 and how hateful and fucked up they were, so let's not even deal with it. Let's just turn them off, let people enjoy the trailer, and move on with our lives. That's kind of how I took that. That's kind of how I read it. But, yeah, not the smartest move, regardless.
I'm surprised to see.
Let's read... The trailer is 2 hours ago. It's so old, we need a remaster. That's pretty good. From the studio who brought you Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, and Uncharted. Nice. Now, how many of they still work there? Yeah, I mean, obviously people are going to come and go out of a studio. That one doesn't offend me too much, but it reminds me of, like, how when you go to the movies and you see... you watch a trailer and it's like, from the studio that brought you. It's like, from the studio? Why the fuck do I care about what studio brought me the last thing that I like? From the director of, that makes sense. From the producers of, that makes sense. From the writers of, that makes sense. But, like, from the studio that brought you, it's like, okay, from Warner Brothers? That's okay. I always thought that was kind of weird that they started incorporating that. This is not what I imagined Naughty Dog's next IP to look like at all. Yeah, I definitely wanted them to do something different from The Last of Us, and like that, they've been stuck in like a dark, depressing kind of aesthetic since what? When did The Last of Us come out? 2011, 2012? They've been stuck in that aesthetic for so long where I was like, dude, do something bright, do something colorful, do something fun, do something completely different than The Last of Us. So I was kind of happy that they went with a different direction. But again, it's a 4-minute trailer. I don't know how the game's going to play. I don't know how it's going to look. All we have is this 4 minutes. But I was kind of happy with what I saw. In terms of like the genre switch and the aesthetic, I kind of dug it.
So we can sort by top comments and just take a look. Here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you everybody hates this. You can tell just by the ratio that it's kind of divisive. 36K to 44K. It's not...
I get why people are obsessed with the dislike thing, and, fair enough. But again, I really think this has to do less to do with the character in the trailer and more to do with the fact that it's a Naughty Dog game. Again, I think that if that character was, a big buff dude, it would still be ratioed because it's Naughty Dog. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the deeper core here. It's not necessarily what the character looks like, although, yes, people do care about that. But I think the real problem is that people just got burned from Naughty Dog with the last one. I didn't get burned. I love The Last of Us Part 2, but a lot of people did get burned. And so no matter what they came out with, even if it was a completely different game and different set of characters, they would still be disliked because it's Naughty Dog. And I know that's the case because The Witcher 4 also announced their new game with a female character, and I've heard almost nothing. Like, you know how earlier I typed in Intergalactic, and you know how many fucking YouTube videos I saw that we saw live? Hold on, god damn it. You know how many fucking videos we saw that were all like, let's do it again. I'll show you again. I just type in Intergalactic and look at all these thumbnails. I mean, hey, that's me. Sony and panic boats. You can't stop this. Only incels. Oh, what the fuck? Entire plot leak. That's not good. Meltdown. Like all of these thumbnails. When you go to let me type in Witcher 4. Oh, there's another one. Where's all the woke stuff? Where's all the anti-female? Where's all that? I mean, that's just proof to me that the fucking ratio has nothing to do with the fact that it's a female and more to do that it's Naughty Dog. Because CD Projekt Red has a really good reputation. They don't have the reputation that Naughty Dog does. Although, I don't know if they should. I do think that, I do think that CD Projekt Red, lied to millions and millions of people and launched one of the most broken games I've ever played. I think that we should not forget that. Good on them for refunding people and turning that game around. I think Cyberpunk's an awesome game. But, let's not forget that they fucking duped a shit ton of people. But regardless, CD Projekt Red has a very, very good reputation, which is why when I type in Witcher 4, you don't see all these thumbnails that are fucking ringing the red alarms. Whereas when you type in, we'll do it again, Intergalactic, you get stuck with this shit. Again, I think it has less to do with the fact that it's a woman or the character design and more to do with the fact that it's Naughty Dog. So anyways, I don't know why people are harking on this dislike thing. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it's Naughty Dog. Again, it wouldn't have mattered what Naughty Dog came out with. It could have been something completely different and it still would have been disliked. 100%.
It doesn't have a Snow White. It does not have a Snow White ratio. But is this where you really want to be? Where you have, you release a game and it's already kind of controversial and a lot of people don't like it?
It's controversial because you guys are making it controversial. Who cares? It's a fucking woman in a tank top. God damn it. I don't know.
And a lot of people do like it. It just doesn't seem like the best business move. And I'm going to tell you, I don't care what Sony says. Last of Us 2 sales didn't even come close to the first ones. And, that's on Naughty Dog and the way they went.
It's so frustrating because I think that this guy, I don't know Yellow Flash. I just saw his, thumbnail and clicked on it. But, this is frustrating because it lacks nuance. To say that, The Last of Us didn't sell very well compared to the first one. But you know what didn't happen to the first game? The cutscenes didn't fucking leak before the release of the first game. A bunch of anti-woke grifters didn't spread a lie about one of the characters being killed by a trans woman. Those didn't happen with the first game. Those happened with the second game, and it got a lot of people pissed off and upset and mad. And I don't know, this argument is lacking nuance. Yeah, it didn't sell as much, but that's because a lot of shit went down with the second game. And yes, there are people who just don't like The Last of Us Part 2, and, I'm not one of them. I enjoyed The Last of Us Part 2. I liked it quite a bit. I think there's nothing wrong with being I don't like where the story went. I didn't like the characters. The gameplay sucked. That's totally valid. But let's not just ignore the fact that a lot of shit went down with The Last of Us Part 2. So to compare it to the sales of Last of Us Part 1, they released in a different environment. So yeah, I don't know.
Went down with this game. I don't know how this game is going to be. Maybe it'll actually be a great game. I just personally am tired of this shit. So you're going to have...
Tired of what? I don't know. Tired of what? Tired of women in tank top? Bald women in tank tops? I'm very confused. Very confused.
You have to really sell me on this if you want me to even look at it. I feel like Will Smith will slap me for making fun of her.
That's
wow,
pretty good.
Disk drive started playing music without the need for online validation. Truly.
Some of these are pretty funny. I do like the Will Smith one. That one's pretty good. Lev from Last of Us Part 2 has grown up and went to space. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sci-fi technology.
Isn't this actor in Last of Us Part 2? right? Wait, no, they're in the Uncharted movie, right? Yeah, I think they're in this actress
From
is
the studio who
Uncharted
brought you Crash Bandicoot, Jack and Dexter, and Uncharted. Nice. How many of them still work there? That's a really good point. A lot of those people that made those great game series, they're not there anymore. They haven't been there for a long time. And this isn't a Naughty Dog thing. This happens with a lot of game studios, obviously. As time goes on, people leave. And
All right, I'm getting bored. Yeah, so this controversy is, let me see. Damn, this guy, back to my grifter thing. This guy has made 2 videos so far. Hold on. Let's go to this guy's channel here. How many has he made? 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy beat Geeks and Gamers. He made 4 videos. Holy shit. And these motherfuckers say they're trying to get rid of this. I don't know why. This guy had 48,000 views on that one. 50,000 views on that one, 67 views on that one, 93. Damn. I mean, that's not like gonna buy you a house or anything, but Jesus Lord, why would anyone want to stop wokeness? It's making you a shit ton of money. But yeah, this controversy is a little confusing and not one that I share. I just I implore people to check it out. You know, you don't have to buy it. You can watch people play it on stream. If it looks like it's up your alley, give it a shot. If it doesn't look like it's up your alley, then, move on with your life. Or you can make 17 videos off of it. That's what these guys do. Naughty Dog Meltdown. These are hilarious. I kind of want to keep going here. I want to see if I can find my favorite one. I didn't know the plot leaked. That's new to me. They hate real gamers. Okay. What the fuck is this shit? This one's a little busy. This only got 107 views. Good for him. That's a little busy. There's too much going on there. Expensive mistake. Everybody just kind of died. Oh, hold on. Don't want to read that. Oh, Asmongold. Oh boy. Didn't he come out with I think he came out with the video too. But yeah, it's nothing but anti-woke shit. Fucking hilarious. All right, guys. Let's move on here. I feel like I'm getting brain rot just just looking at these thumbnails. Again, I'm not trying to offend you. If you're someone who likes this kind of stuff and gets sucked up into the stuff, I'm not trying to be rude. I just I do not share the same mentality. I'm someone who just doesn't care about, whatever the agenda or identity politics. I don't care. I really don't. As long as the movie's good, as long as the game is good, I could give a shit. I could care less. But that's just me. Okay, so let's move on. I want to watch that Warfare trailer. It's Warfare time, baby. Alex Garland, let's go. All right, let's do it. His name, Will Poulter. Is that Will Poulter? Let me go back. Dude, that guy's the shit. Sorry.
How's it going?
What's his name? That's Tony Soprano's kid. James Gandolfini's kid. Been in a car. I've never deployed. I've never been in the military, but my God, dude. I can't imagine being in situations like this. That's so wild. Filtered in real time. What does that mean? I wonder if the whole movie is gonna, like, the movie starts with them in that room, and the whole movie is just them in combat. The little combat skirmish. That would be awesome. That looks good. That looks good. Alex Garland. I feel like this is like a response to everyone that was upset about the fact that Civil War wasn't a combat movie. He's like, okay, you want a combat movie? I'll do one. I'll do one for you guys. I already knew Civil War wasn't going to be a combat movie just because, I don't know, I've seen all of his movies, and I knew he wasn't going to go in to make an action movie. I knew it was going to be, I basically kind of figured what we were going to get. So I wasn't kind of, let down by Civil War, but yeah, this movie looks great. I don't know who, it's co-directed. Where'd it go? Ray Mendoza. I don't know who that is. Ray Mendoza. He's a Navy SEAL. Okay. Why warfare directors wanted to make the movie for one of the real people who lived it. Fresh from the climactic White House battle of Civil War, Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza have made an entire movie set in real time and based on real events. Okay, let's go. I'm hyped. Let's do it. Yeah, that looks great. It looks like a modern day Black Hawk Down. A24 stays wild. Maybe also wanting to capitalize on Civil War's audience. Yeah, that's probably true. I loved Civil War. I went and saw it twice. That was a fun IMAX experience. I wasn't expecting that film to be full IMAX, but yeah. That image took up the whole entire screen, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I actually just bought it recently, watched it again. I've seen it three times this year. Yeah, I love Civil War is one of my favorite movies of the year. But yeah, can't wait for this. This looks fantastic. What was the other one I wanted? Something to do with a unicorn. What the fuck was it called? Death of a Unicorn? Yeah, Death of a Unicorn. Another A24. Let's do it.
Ridley? Are you okay?
It kind of felt like it was showing me something. I get this feeling I don't think we're supposed to be here.
What the fuck? They hit a unicorn? I'm assuming they hit it on the road. That's hilarious. That's a good concept. All right, let's see where this goes. That's I'm sold. 14 seconds in, you already got a ticket out of me.
The Leopolds donated this entire nature preserve. And they care about a lot of things, not just pharmaceuticals.
All right.
I will sit there and smile.
Sorry, we're late.
What happened? You walked from the airport or what?
It's perfect timing.
I need you to act like everything is fine.
Is there something in your car?
Hey, Will Poulter's back, baby. You got a double dose of Will Poulter. Let's go.
A lot of species in this area are rare. What exactly are we saying this is, though?
I think we know exactly what it is.
A horse-like mammalia.
With some sort of protrusion or growth.
Tia Leone. God, when's the last time we've seen her? I feel like it's been forever. God, when was the last thing I saw from her? Oh, welcome back.
It's a fucking unicorn.
Nice.
I don't think I should be in...
Oh, dude, homie from Barry. Ah, I love that guy.
In swim shorts for this moment.
There it is. I was just complaining about that. I was literally just complaining about that. Okay, so A24. Got it. So the people from Everything Ever All at Once had nothing to do with this movie, but this is just another way of saying it's an A24 movie. I don't know. It's so weird that they started doing this.
I don't think that we're supposed to have this.
We need to study it.
Whatever it is, it seems to be the cure for cancer.
Cancer? That's the biggest one.
An opportunity for greatness, for immortality.
I've never been so alive.
Dad, please just listen to me. We need to give the little one back. Okay, bad things will happen.
Oh, shit. It's going to be a monster movie? Let's go. Let's go. I hope that this movie is like kind of comedic and thrilling, and then the last like 30 minutes just becomes a fucking monster movie. Like, I would be so on board with that.
There are two of them?
You're gonna kill us.
do whatever I have to take care of you.
You'd retreat in the face of opportunity.
That horn was rather girthsome.
Yeah, that was great. I'm there. I'm there, baby. Death of a Unicorn, Spring. Man, A24. It sounds like they're going to have a pretty good year this year. I feel like they were very quiet this year. I felt like Neon kind of stole a lot of their thunder this year. A24 typically leads in horror, it leads in drama. But this year they felt kind of quiet. I mean, obviously they had Civil War, they had Heretic. What else? Did they do Brutalist? They may have done Brutalist, but I don't know. Neon with Long Legs. Long Legs was massively successful. Anora was also Neon. So I feel like Neon kind of became the new A24 this year. So I'm glad to see A24 kind of, I guess, swing back next year with hopefully this and Warfare and whatever else they have up their sleeves. But yeah, that looks fantastic. That looks good. All right. Well, we did... Okay, yeah, so A24 did do Brutalist. Okay. All right, so we talked about Intergalactic. We talked about the interesting nature of anti-woke grifters, which I had a lot of fun doing. I don't know, what are we looking at? 7 o'clock? What does YMS have to say about the Naughty Dog?
Sorry, Spoodersaurus, what do you mean the game looks generic? Like, it's a Naughty Dog game. All they showed is just that there's a bald woman and it's in space. Like, we don't know anything about the gameplay, so it's weird to, like, have strong opinions.
Thank you. Another normal human being. I'm glad to know that there are more normal human beings out there. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel seen.
On it. Like, I don't know why people are so hatey towards it already.
I think people were just mad because I think that's the one that was like the last reveal of the night.
Yeah, because people wanted Half-Life 3 or something. I don't know.
They wanted either Half-Life 3 or like Silk Song.
I don't know. I thought it was a cool way to end the show. Personally, I wasn't expecting a Naughty Dog announcement. If anything, I would expect Last of Us Part 3. So the fact that they came out with a completely different game, new IP, was kind of cool. Was not expecting that at all. And yeah, there was a lot of people like Half-Life 3, Bloodborne. God, why have we not had Bloodborne? Ugh.
Or like Bloodborne PC port.
I have my criticisms with The Last of Us Part 2, but other than that, like, Naughty Dog games are generally, like, really good. MDM Productions, I just don't like how they advertise it. It's all just a pre-rendered trailer, no gameplay. Also, how they devised to even do a trailer years before it's ready to be... I mean, it's an announcement trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there are so many trailers that happened on the Game Awards that were just announcement trailers. Or just, a cinematic. There are very... In terms of, like, the big announcements, there are very few that actually had gameplay. From what I recall, I could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of the big announcements were cutscene trailers.
Which is, like, normal for
bullshit.
games, right?
It is
to just
bullshit
have an
there's
announcement.
no gameplay, but it's the standard.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying there's anything within the trailer to be, like, soying over. I'm just saying... The entire trailer was just saying, like, the whole point of it was just saying, hey, there's a new game coming out. That's it. Yeah. It's not anything to soy over, and it's not anything to get pissy over either. It's just like, oh, okay, interesting. There's a new Naughty Dog game coming out, and it's in space, and that's all we get. And that's...
Yeah.
I think people were just disappointed that it wasn't what they thought it was going to be at the end.
That's the Game Awards' fault, because they were fucking hyping this shit up. And all the rumors and like, oh, you guys have no idea there's going to be things tonight. There's a dude who's been making games since they...
Yeah, they were kind of hyping that up. And that kind of, got into people's imaginations and dreams and desires. But yeah, the fact that I saw people... I watched the live stream... Right, I watched the awards through Chris Raygun's live stream, and I was watching his chat, and it was like the most absurd, the most absurd, like Half-Life 3 and Bloodborne 2. It's like, dude, we're not getting those. Sorry. And I don't think it would even, or like GTA 6, gameplay. Although that would have been cool, but I feel like Rockstar doesn't give a flying fuck about these kind of things. Like, I feel like Naughty Dog's kind of company is like, we're gonna show our trailer when we want to, when we're not gonna just spoon feed Jeff Keighley a gameplay trailer. I think they're gonna do it on their own terms. So I kind of wasn't expecting Rockstar to be there, but yeah. Anyways, good to know that this guy is a normal human being. Again, I'm not trying to say that if you're upset about. I'm not trying to be offensive, but it's just like I don't understand the hate personally. We'll see when the game comes out. Hopefully it's good. If it's bad and I don't like it, I'll say I won't like it. But we'll see. I've liked every Naughty Dog game since Jak and Daxter, so I imagine I'll like this one. But they'd have to really drop the ball for me to hate this one. But yeah, well, I'm kind of just chilling tonight, so we kind of went over the things I wanted to talk about. So if you guys have any questions or you want me to look anything up or you guys are interested in something, let me know, and we'll go there, baby. Game graphics were better 9 years ago. But yeah, John, yeah, A24 does stay wild. I wonder what else we got down the pipeline. I want to see the Brutalist. I think they're showing a 70mm print of the Brutalist at my local theater. I want to see that. What's going on with Asmund up here? What's going on, buddy?
Oh, I did see this. In another black eye for Sony, LEGO Horizon Adventures debuts to even less players than Concord.
Wait. I know what you're thinking.
Another LEGO Horizon Adventures debuts to even less Steam players. Yeah, but how many, like, LEGO Horizon Adventures is a kid's game, isn't it? Like, how many kids are on Steam? I mean, maybe a lot. I don't know. I don't know anything about the demographics of Steam, but did it make more on PlayStation? I bet you it made more on PlayStation or Xbox. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a kid's game. How many kids are on Steam? Huh. All right, well, fair enough.
Thinking, who cares about a Lego game? But this is no ordinary Lego game, as this was marketed as a multi-platform triple-A game for a declining IP, and being sold for the exorbitant price of €70 or $60. But here's the catch. The game wasn't made by the legendary Traveller's Tales studio, known for their Lego games. Instead, Sony commissioned this to Guerrilla Games, which is the studio that made Killzone, and Studio Gobo, which specializes in developing AAA games. As you might suspect.
Didn't Guerrilla also make Horizon? Like, let me go back. He just said Killzone, but didn't they do Horizon? That's their game.
AAA games. As you might suspect. The credits length for this game is insane, and even though the video is shorter than the infamous Concord one, there's still more than 800 people listed on a freaking Lego game, while receiving less reviews on the PlayStation Store than Concord, and even worse on Steam, where the game peaked.
These are weird. I mean, I get it. I get their narrative. But again, it's a kid's game. How many fucking kids are writing reviews on the PlayStation Store? I imagine not very many. Same with Steam. I don't think I know a single kid who writes reviews for anything. They just want to play a fucking game and have a good time. I don't know.
Peaked at 1/4 of Concord's peak players. This game was marketed as a AAA and most likely netted Sony a $100 million loss when you include the advertising budget.
Oh, man, we didn't even know about this one. This is unbelievable. Look at these numbers. How many people do you think, lose their job over this shit? Can't wait for Lego Dark Souls? Yeah, maybe I might actually play it. Can you imagine in the alternate universe where Sony tried as hard to make Bloodborne happen as they do with Horizon and how much better the entire world would be? We probably wouldn't even have world hunger anymore. And how many millions of dollars went into that game? Oh my god.
How much did it sell though? Let's find out. Horizon Lego sales. Probably not going to find out, are we? Yeah, probably not going to find out. I don't know. I get it, but it's a fun video. But like Horizon Lego is a kid's game. So of course it's going to have less reviews on the PlayStation Store than Concord because kids don't write reviews. I don't know. That's a weird one to flex. So yeah. I have no interest in Horizon Lego. The Horizon series is awesome, but what is the world? What's happening in the world? Ooh, CoffeeZilla has a new video. Do we want to watch it? Do we want to watch CoffeeZilla's new video? I got bribed by casinos, but I exposed them instead. I kind of want to watch CoffeeZilla's, but I kind of want to go back here. I want to go back to... We got some new viewers jumping in here. I want to kind of circle back to Intergalactic, and I want to see what these guys have to say here.
Yesterday at the Game Awards, Naughty Dog releases a trailer for their brand new game. And oh boy, it got a lot of reaction from people. So Naughty Dog's Intergalactic is getting ratioed on both the PlayStation and the Naughty Dog.
Well, let me read this tweet here. Naughty Dog's Intergalactic is getting ratioed on both the PlayStation and Naughty Dog trailer postings, blah, blah, blah. The entire trailer is two masculine girl bosses talking about some guy they either don't like, have to rescue, or both. Storyline right out of Bechdel test for representation of women in films. Was the other woman masculine? She had an eye patch. Her eye patch is masculine? I mean, fucking Ilsa from Mission Impossible had an eye patch. I don't think she was masculine. I don't know. I guess an eye patch makes you masculine. And do we know they're girl bosses? Anyways.
Trailer postings, 45,000 and 35,000 dislikes. The entire trailer is two masculine girl bosses talking about some guy they either don't like or have to rescue, or both. Storyline. So listen, ultimately, look, we got to go over here. So I've got the trailers pulled up. Look at this. 49,000 downvotes.
Oh my God,
right?
You guys are upset. I can't. We're going to CoffeeZilla. My fucking brain is melting. I feel like I'm getting stupider. I can't watch that. I cannot watch that. Not because I'm afraid of the truth, not because I'm with the agenda, because I know what they're doing. Anyways.
I got bribed to make this video twice, actually, to expose a casino's business rivals. Here's a screenshot calling it a bounty and a sponsorship in exchange for a video. Now, I didn't take the money. In fact, I'm quite angry about it. Not just because these people thought I was for sale, but because they offered me a dollar amount that was way too low. Now, everyone has seen those headlines of casinos paying millions a year for influencers to sell their soul. So when they approached me, I was expecting a lot. Instead, they offered $20,000.
I would like to offer you $20K in exchange for creating a video briefing a $3.9 million scam that recently occurred.
To the guy in the $10 million studio. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't even cover the electricity bill. Now, to be clear, we would never take a bribe of any size. This show is funded by $5 a month on Patreon. That's where the real money is. But either way, I had a dilemma. Clearly, these people thought I could be bought. If I ignored their bribe, new viewers might be confused. I needed to send a message, and I needed to send it fast. So I decided on this. Rather than expose just their competitors in the gambling scene, what if we exposed everyone? Starting first with the people who offered me money. Welcome to the Counter-Strike gambling investigation.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
A multi-part series where we're going to be talking about a video game that has created an underage gambling epidemic that makes hundreds of millions, even billions a year.
What?
Now, some people thought it stopped in 2016, but they couldn't be more wrong. The world of Counter-Strike gambling is still massive, and nobody wants to talk about it because most of them are making too much money. Those who do speak out have faced consequences.
A lot of you have mentioned me or sent me stuff regarding what happened yesterday on stage. I want to make it clear I'm 100% done with all of this. My address was found very quickly, and they made sure I knew about it. I will eventually talk about all that stuff in the future. Nah, not today, though. What the fuck is going on?
So we've got to be careful. Either way, let's get started.
What is the Counter-Strike game? Well, he'll get into it.
Bomb has been planted.
I've got to say, Coffee, I'm really proud you're taking on the bad guys. He's defusing. You know, I've been playing Counter-Strike for years, and
I've never played Counter-Strike. I'll unmute it once we get back to the stuff, but yeah, I've never played. I don't even know what the hell this is. I didn't even know there's a Counter-Strike gambling thing. That's wild. Man, CoffeeZilla is a saint. He's a goddamn hero.
Hey, I can multitask. What do you need?
I need to find the bad guy. I've interviewed like 40 people.
At a tournament?
Yeah, protesters at the PGL Majors in Copenhagen. It was one of the biggest esports tournaments ever for Counter-Strike. 1.8 million watching, over 1 million in the prize pool. It was hosted at Royal Arena. It was a big deal. And everything was going smoothly until suddenly people rushed the stage. The crowd was panicked. No one knew what was going on. Someone broke the trophy on stage. And turns out there were people handcuffing themselves outside. Nobody knew what was going on. They were upset about CSGO Roll, a gambling website that sponsored one of the teams called G2.
Huh. Some kind of overzealous advocate,
Dude, that's
maybe?
wild.
No, not like you'd think. I found out that the protesters had been paid to be there by a rival casino called CSGO Empire.
A casino protesting a casino. How'd you find that one?
Funny you should ask. Let me introduce you to our first character, the owner of CSGO Empire. He calls himself Monarch. He live streamed himself doing the whole thing.
Dude, that guy looks like he's fucking 21. Owner of CSGO Empire. Man, what am I doing with my life?
Oh, an exhibitionist.
You have no idea.
If G2 is gonna be playing on the stage, I was planning if somebody's going to Germany, or if you have any friends in Germany, I can pay you a good amount of money. Just come to my DMs, and I can pay you a good amount of money if you run on the stage in the middle of the game and glue yourself on the stage, or even better, if you put like handcuffs. If you can handcuff yourself on one of the computers or one of the tables.
That's wild. How much did he pay him? Fuck, I'll do it. How much you paying me? I'll run on stage. Shit.
I will pay you decent money.
They need to go in, even if there's a security guard, even if they're gonna be taken away. If somebody goes home walking, they will be fired.
And I'm so dedicated to this. Like, if I'm in a war, I'm gonna be fighting to the end.
Wow, this guy is just shameless.
Yeah, but it gets much worse. Someone from Monarch's team at this point decides to text me. He offered me a bounty to cover the story.
Hi, have you been following the Killian hype drop scam? It is a huge scam, and I'd love to have a call with you about it. Additionally, happy to pay a bounty for the visibility, even though you'll be interested in making a video on it anyway.
I'd already gotten a similar email offering me 20 grand to expose the scam casino in that group.
Obviously, you said
No.
yes. No. Right.
Right. Of course, I said no. I can't take their money, but I did want to speak with Monarch. I texted them back saying I'll take the info, but I also wanted to text CSGO Roll's owner and ask them the same thing. I want their side of the story too.
And?
Well, CSGO Roll's owner is named Killian. He said it's a one-sided harassment campaign. Monarch, on the other hand, says something much different. He admits to attacking CSGO Roll, but basically says he's attacking all the influencers they work for him. They're on this wall of shame that he's going after.
They have made millions and millions of euros from illegal casinos. And what I am going to do is I'm going to be delivering justice to these motherfuckers. Tax investigation.
What is on that whiteboard? Is that mushrooms? Those little peepees? This guy's this guy's unleashed, man.
Investigations are coming. People are gonna be going to jail. YouTube channels, Twitch channels, Kick channels, Twitters, they're gonna be banned, and I will deliver justice to these motherfuckers.
Wall of shame? What is up with this guy?
Like I told you, Monarch sees himself as like a scam buster or something.
He thinks he's you.
No, he said something else actually.
I identify myself as some sort of a hero in this story. It's very important to note actually that Killian is not the only target. We are having war with other sides as well, and I have a track record. Like before this CS Coral drama, I've been doing this thing for many years actually.
That's really his main defense. He does this to everyone.
Maybe it's true. Maybe he's just got a screw loose.
No, the attacks here are more personal. And I found out Killian and Monarch aren't just competitors, they used to be business partners.
Uh-oh.
I made a company 10 years ago.
On that? We got some mushrooms. We got a triangle with an eye. What is that, like a, what do you call that? I'm drawing a blank. Juicy, Sparkles, Grim, Mo, Killian, Austin Long. We see you.
With Killian,
I gotta say, someone spent a lot of time on that whiteboard, and they deserve a raise.
who stole my company. The second company I made, he bribed people to have my company shut down. The third company, which is my current big company, which I made all my money, bought my castles.
All right, you're getting lost in the weeds there, buddy.
He's been trying to do. Killian has been trying to do everything to take me down, get me arrested, get me killed. Killian is a f***ing psychopath, and these motherfuckers are Killian's minions, and I'm going to be taking down every single one of these motherfuckers.
Whoa.
So Killian betrayed Monarch.
Depends on who you believe. The point is, this isn't so much about justice, it's kind of about revenge.
The beautiful thing about revenge is that there is no deadlines. You know, you can do it whenever. You know,
What does that say?
Life is long, and you can do it.
There once was a rat. I'll catch him the slack? What? The fuck does that mean? This guy needs to see. This guy either needs God or he needs a therapist or both.
Do it whenever. By the way, I don't mind the guns and stuff. It's like just fun games. What is coming?
Don't mind the firearms on the table. Don't worry about the mask on the right hand side or the Red Bull or the coffee. Don't worry about any of that stuff. It's none of your concern. Nothing to see.
For you is something different. There will be people going to prison. There will be severe consequences. There will be interesting stuff coming.
Coffee, I'm starting to worry this is a better help segue into couples counseling.
No, I wouldn't scam you. Look, I'm just trying to show who this guy is and what he wants.
Look, I'm not trying to ruin your Mindhunter episode, but sometimes it really is as simple as an unhinged internet tough guy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too, but it's how people talked about this guy. When I interviewed them, they would just freeze when I mentioned his name. Honestly, it was bizarre.
The thing that honestly upsets me about the whole Monarch thing, and this is what's been so hard about the story, people will not give their real opinion because everyone says they're scared. You and I were having a nice chat. Can't talk about the Monarchs. Why?
Crickets. Dude, look at him. There are so many things going through his head. Holy shit. That's like when my girl asked me what I want for dinner. I was like, dude, so he was trying, oh man, he had so much shit swirling through his brain. That's hilarious. Come on, spit it. Spit it. Spill the beans. Dude, stun locked. You fucking stun locked him.
Bro, the weather was like really nice today outside.
Dude, come on! Tell me what's going on!
I can't.
Everybody talks behind the scenes.
Everyone talks behind the scenes. Everyone talks. Nobody talks in front of the camera. Why? He intimidates you guys? No, not you guys. He's intimidating someone else, and everyone doesn't want that to happen to them. Is that it?
I think it's just... No, I'm not going to say anything.
That is crazy. It's like a real-life Voldemort.
I know. Most people were scared to even talk, except for one of the names on Monarch's Wall of Shame.
Yeah, I'm Grim. I've been doing Cisco gambling for about a decade, and I have been doing it as a content creator for probably like almost 8 years now.
Can you take us from the beginning of your relationship with Monarch and just tell the story as you see it?
Right, so it's been like almost a year now, so it's a little bit hard to like get the timeline like completely right on top of my head, but it started around May last year is when the I guess included beef initially started. It was mostly just on Twitter.
You are promoting a scam site and you know it. You're trying to leverage the benefit of the doubt. It has been demonstrated that Killian's casinos intentionally add friction to the withdrawal process in order to make people gamble more. The more you pretend to be dumb, the deeper of a hole you're building for yourself. We are going to be making some examples, and considering our context, you are on the upper part of the list. Woo, boy.
They essentially started like threatening me and told me that I needed to drop Cisco Roll or else, right? I then responded by posting a tweet myself with a screenshot of what he said.
Come at me with full thrust, Monarch. Can't wait to see what you have cooking, bro. I'm sure it's a masterpiece, buddy. Damn, I love me a controversy. I love me a beef.
Calling him out for it and telling him to come at me with everything he's got. Which, in retrospect, massive mistake. I've known him for a while, a few years before this. He's never done anything like this that I have seen before. He might have done it like privately without, like you said, you talk to other people that had similar stories, right? But I just haven't spoken about it. And I think maybe that's what has happened before. But that's initially how it went down, yeah. Is he DM'd me? I made my tweet, and he went after me ever since.
So you say, come after me with everything you got.
Yeah, I think I use the word full thrust, because he keeps telling me every time he does something, was this full thrust enough? Like, it's like stuck in his head that I use the term full thrust.
Go all in, full thrust. If ever...
Can we not stop ignoring what is happening in the background of this video? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 women just dancing behind this guy. Like, what the fuck?
That I use the term full thrust.
Go all in, full
What is
thrust.
happening?
If everybody goes full thrust, that's again when we go full.
Is that not weird? That is so weird. That's what I want to do. Actually, you know what? That's kind of a genius move. Every live stream from now on, I'm going to hire 7 women to just dance behind me for, a couple hours. Genius.
Full thrust again.
I started getting screenshots from people that are inside one of his Discord. He's got multiple ones that he uses for his quote-unquote cult, the Jofa cult he calls it, where they were talking about spraying some flyers around my city, this and that. A lot of crazy ones that he luckily didn't do. But then nothing really happened for a few months, because this was back in May. And in around September, I all of a sudden wake up to a bunch of missed calls from family, friends, everything, right? I get told that they had posted flyers everywhere in my city. And I mean everywhere. High schools, malls, people's cars, in their mailbox.
Parents of Helden? Sebastian is taking, I'm not going to try and pronounce that last name, is taking millions of dollars from your kids by promoting illegal online casinos to them on the internet and doing it all from the comfort of his luxurious villa in Halden. Okay.
Boxes. Monarch himself said they did around 30,000 flyers, and there's
Holy
about 30,000 people in my city. So they basically spread it everywhere. That had like a picture of Cisco Roll, me, my house, my cars, saying that like I'm scamming people in my city. That's essentially how it started with the flyers.
What the Coffee? This is like a personalized harassment campaign.
I know. But what freaked me out is that Monarch doesn't
Dude, can you guys imagine, like, waking up and then looking all around your town and seeing flyers and posters and signs that, like, say a bunch of shit about you? That's crazy. I couldn't help but laugh. I'd be very concerned.
Deny any of it. He thinks it's justified.
Yeah, there's this one case, this YouTuber called Grim, who lives in Norway.
Yeah.
We work times about like various things. So he's one of Killian's main advertisers. He's made at least $6 million from blatantly promoting this scam. He's basically, for many years, he's been streaming like every day, playing on CSGO Roll and making YouTube videos there, just blatantly scamming his audience and making tons of money. And he has this like has this mansion in Norway where he has like his Lamborghinis parked outside. We gave these flyers to like the full town. The full town got these flyers that has Grim's face on it, and it explains like how he's made his money by scamming people.
He just admits to it.
Oh, he takes credit for a lot more than that.
It's what happened just a month ago now, when they sent 18 people to show up at my city, outside my door, having a quote-unquote protest.
Holy
Wait,
shit.
18 people to your house?
Yeah, there was 18 people.
And this is, to be clear, a competitor casino to the one you're working for.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Is harassing is the only word that comes to mind here. Well, I don't even know if it's... I mean, what was it? What do you think it was? Was it intimidation? What was it?
Oh, it was definitely intimidation as well as harassing. Because, like, obviously...
Yeah, you get 17 people to go to someone's house to protest. That is intimidation. That's exactly what that is. That's wild.
When they show up at my house, they make it incredibly difficult for me to be here because they're going to be right outside my house. Like, again, I live in Norway and our rules are way too nice.
Coffee, I'll admit it. This is a little bit more than an internet tough guy. These are mafia tactics.
It's insane. I mean, Monarch is still trying to say this is all fair game.
Yeah, so we did this funny protest one day. We sent the cute little cult. There was maybe like 15 people outside of his house with the infamous Sticky Hand, who claims to have lost his house to CSGO Roll scam.
It's Sticky Hand! I'm a Calden because CSGO Roll's got my house! Grim, I'm coming for you! Killian, I'm coming for you! Give him
This is so wild. What?
They were there, they parked with their like tents
I'm enjoying this.
like outside of the house, and they had like microphones and they had the pitchforks and stuff. And they were just like marching in the neighborhood. And Sticky Hand did also. He went to knock on his door just to speak with him.
I have to say, this is an insane level of harassment. I mean, I get that you believe he scammed people, and let's say he did scam people. That should be left to law enforcement, not to like, you know, y'all are basically like video vigilantes, you know, going to his house. I saw Warren also posted something about like he'd pay money for someone to break into his house in Minecraft. That was a joke, or
that obvious joke. Yeah, that would be crossing a line. Yeah, I can agree. Somebody could say that this is like it might be pretty insane,
but that's how much you believe Killian has scammed people. I think it goes to what you detest this company so much you think basically it's worth the price to for this war.
So we have the numbers, we have the facts, we pretty much know exactly how much he has made from CSGO Roll. We've had extensive conversations with Grim himself. We know that he understands exactly what he's doing. He's consciously scamming people, and we have consulted lawyers about this, and we are actually planning to take legal action. But the unfortunate thing is that there are ways how they can evade this kind of like legal justice, and probably there's not going to be real like legal consequences for him. And if there are, it's going to be kind of like, you know, years down the line after CSGO Roll has exit scammed.
That's sort of my problem. This is clearly harassment, but Monarch's not wrong that the people in this industry usually get away with it.
But he's in the same industry.
Well, exactly. And that's what kills his argument.
Either way, this whole thing is so heated that both sides now think they're in danger.
Let's talk about security.
So Monarch is doing the same thing that his competitor is doing, and he's mad about it. That's the whole situation. Oh. 2024, baby, let's go.
Yeah. Obviously, it's probably is shaking you up, made you rethink how much you need to protect yourself. Have you taken any steps to try to... Obviously, you said you did go to the police. They did nothing. What else did you do?
Right now, I have 24/7 security sitting outside. So that's the precaution I have currently.
That's expensive.
Yeah, no, it is expensive. It is. Like, I'm not paying for it, but yes, it is expensive. I've heard the figures.
Who is paying for it?
Sea Scroll is paying for it.
So you got your rival casinos, and one is paying for 24/7 security for the influencer because an opponent casino is gonna go to their house and harass them and possibly do more.
Yeah.
So also, like, I'm genuinely scared for my life. I'm genuinely scared for my family, like, because of this whole thing. Like, I am with like huge security guards, and I
damn, homie's got.
I need to be like super careful. I don't really like. I need to be careful where I move, and I need to be super careful about.
I think you're fine, bro. You have a table full of guns. You had what? A pot of coffee. You had 6 coffee cups, and a guy with an AK-47, and a whiteboard, and I think you're all right. You know, I think you're good. I think you got all the protection you need.
About like my location being doxxed, because I think he has all the reasons to kill me. So.
Do you think he would cross that line? As you said, you would never do that. Do you think he would?
No, knowing him as a person, he's pure evil. Has no morals. It would be literally plus EV to get me killed. So now I'm doing my best to, first of all, not have my location leaked, but also I have like significant security because of that.
That has to be a serious expense. I mean, it's like 24/7 security is expensive, right?
I mean, it's not cheap. Plus, also like have to take a bunch of like precautions for my family as well.
I think I may be dying of what humans call irony. They're both scared?
Yeah, everyone's terrified of revenge. And it explains why people not involved wouldn't want to be involved. Even just recently, I heard another YouTuber has been getting the Monarch treatment. Flyers, house visits, confrontations. Who would want that?
You, apparently. What's to stop Monarch from coming after you?
Nothing. I mean, I would say the harassment is usually limited to influencers in the gambling sector, but recently an esports journalist got threatened as well.
These people are dangerous, and these people are clearly willing to do anything for money. Let's get them out of esports once and for all.
We are looking into it.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it kind of common knowledge that casinos have just, for decades, I mean, maybe not anymore, well, maybe now, but have been involved with illegal shit? Like, wasn't the mob running Vegas? I mean, we've all seen Casino. We've seen Robert De Niro complain about not enough blueberries in the muffins. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
We might actually do some legal action towards him, like some defamation lawsuit or whatever. I think it would be fun to do just for the law, just for.
Like how the lawyer guy, I'm assuming his lawyer is just standing there with a bird. I'm in awe every time this guy is on camera. Whether it's the 7 women dancing behind him or this one with a lawyer just awkwardly standing there next to a bird. I don't know what kind of bird that is. And also a woman who has her hand on his shoulder. Love this. Love this.
For the memes, and it could be like this could be a fun marketing campaign. And for this reason, the cult is coming for Richard.
I tried to confront Monarch on it. I also tried to confront him on this bounty thing.
I'm going to do this story, and obviously I'm going to try to tell it how I tell all my stories, which is as neutral and like to the facts as possible. But I don't want anyone going
Yeah,
after me
yeah.
either. I don't want anyone showing up at my house, to be very transparent with you.
Yeah. I'll be transparent, and I'm not intending to send any sticky hands. So.
Oh, I also have to say, did you know Warren offered me a bounty to do this story?
Warren equal. Sorry, my thing's in the way. Monarch's right hand man.
I did not.
Wait, hold on.
Y'all.
I
Oh,
gotta
I
go
also have to say, did you know Warren offered me a bounty to do this story?
Deer lights.
I did not.
Headlights. That's crazy.
Y'all shouldn't tell journalists that. That's not good. Y'all shouldn't pay people to do stories.
Noted.
Yeah, because it just makes it hard to, because I can't
Take the
obviously
money,
can't
yeah.
accept that. That would completely compromise everything I stand for. To be like, it'd be biased. It'd bias me towards your side if I was to accept
makes-
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I just wanted to address it.
And I really respect your approach. See that you're a great journalist.
Oh, how reassuring that someone you're making a video on likes you before the story.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if he keeps his promise on that, but I also wanted to confront the guy who offered me $20,000 to do the story too.
Let me guess. He dodged the question?
Sort of. He said that he didn't know that I was a...
Are you referring to the 20K offer via email? If so, very sorry. It must have slipped my mind that you were a journalist, and those are not the type of people you can offer money to. Ah! Oh, that's cute. That's cute. This industry has cooked me, man. Everything is money-oriented. Sure, Jan. Sure.
a journalist and that I wasn't someone to offer money to. He also claimed that this industry has cooked him and that everything is money oriented.
I mean, that part might be true.
Oh, for sure. I mean, for all the talk about justice and scams, it's about money too. Just recently, Grimm says he got this message. Monarch would stop the house harassment if he dropped CSGO Roll and took a match deal at CSGO Empire.
So that's that then. You've had the villain the whole time.
Not quite. I mean, we had to address the bribe, we have to address the harassment, but our story is not about gambling influencers being the victims, who are also millionaires, by the way. Remember, we're investigating everyone, and Monarch's just kind of the tip of the iceberg of the problem. I want to know who's really behind this thing, who's really the victims, and who's really the villain.
Oh boy.
I started gambling on Counter-Strike when I was probably 13 years old.
13 years old. 14 years old. I think I was 14. I saw it online. I saw a bunch of these YouTubers playing it.
Yes!
They see their favorite influencer playing on some third-party case opening site, and they just go deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, and soon they are addicted.
Maybe the solution isn't with the casinos at all. Maybe it's a good time to talk about the influencers who promote it instead.
Yay. Well, that was very enlightening. I had no idea this was going on. Never even heard about this. Didn't know there was a Counter-Strike gambling fiasco. Man, that CoffeeZilla, like I said, goddamn hero. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a night. I got to get to bed. I got to wake up at 4. It's getting late for me, so I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks, John, for jumping in the chat, and Rarebird Games for typing something and then retracting it. I didn't get a chance to see what he wrote. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, I try to go live every Monday and Wednesday night, and occasionally I'll jump on live Saturday mornings, grab my cup of coffee, and just shoot the shit. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays I go live, and I just kind of browse the internet, watch some YouTube videos, chit-chat with you guys, hang out with you guys, and that's kind of what it's about. So anyways, thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.